Watson. Somebody's pulling your leg. Oh, no. I checked on the young lady. She lives in town with her brother. She's very rich, mining fortune. A young lady whom neither of us has ever seen before will come forward to greet us.
Holmes, now you're pulling my leg here.
Mr. Holmes, I'm Joe Grandis.
How do you do?
Did you know how to say te estás quedando conmigo? In English, you don't take your friend's hair, but let's say you do something similar, you pull their leg. So, to pull someone's leg means tomarle el pelo a alguien o quedarse con alguien. How do you say that in your area?
What would you like for breakfast? We got steak and eggs, Spanish omelet.
No, nothing. Thank you. I'm fine.
It's good. Hey, Ralph, it's first class. Everything's free.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Let's have a look at some synonyms and definitions. To tease someone, to kid someone, to make fun of someone. Typical example you are going to find in films. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Or are you kidding me? You'll hear both pronunciations, but don't worry, once again, I'm explaining in the consonant sounds video. For you to have an idea, sometimes letter T and letter D are pronounced as letter R. To get is the informal way of saying to joke. Typical examples you are going to find. Just kidding, only joking. Estoy de broma, solo bromeaba, solo era una broma. Second example, no kidding. Venga ya. Fuera de bromas. Déjate de bromas. Estoy hablando en serio. Finally, there are two interesting phrasal verbs in the first extract and one expression in the second one, but we will study them in a different video for you to remember them better.
There we are.
I don't remember you having those dance moves.
I'm full of surprises.
Yes, you are. On.
If you can't bring the girl to Texas, bring Texas to the girl.
Wow.
Right?
I had no idea this place was here.
Oh yeah, I'm full of surprises.
Cheers.
You know how to say eres una caja de sorpresas? You are a box of surprises, maybe? Sometimes expressions are very similar or even the same in your language, but they are usually quite different. To be full of surprises, this means ser una caja de sorpresas. In some films, it translates it as estás lleno de sorpresas, but for me, it's a literal translation. Notice also the American accent in girl, here, and cheers, as it's an American film. Remember, girl, here, and cheers, and British English.
Arrogant son of a bitch!
Would you just stay with me?
Stay with you? What for? Look at us, we're already fighting!
Well, that's what we do! We fight! You tell me when I'm being an arrogant son of a bitch, and I tell you when you're being a pain in the ass. Which you are, 99% of the time. I'm not afraid to hurt your feelings. They have like a 2-second rebound rate, and you're back doing the next pain in the ass thing.
So what?
Did you know how to say eres peor que un dolor de muelas?
And we're gonna have to...
Arrogante hijo de puta.
¿Te quedarás conmigo?
¿Quedarme contigo? ¿Para qué? ¿Para estar siempre discutiendo?
Eso es lo que hacemos. Discutir. Tú me dices cuando soy un maldito arrogante y yo te digo cuando das mucho la tabarra. Y lo haces el 99% del tiempo. Sé que no puedo herir tus sentimientos porque tienen un promedio de 2 segundos de rebote y otra vez vuelves a la carga.
What you say? Te estás yendo por los cerros de Úbeda. Let's find some other options. You are beating about the bush, although you are beating around the bush. You are calling off at a tangent, although you are calling off on a tangent. Well, to beat about the bush and to go off its tangent mean irse por los cerros de Úbeda. That is to say, avoiding talking about something difficult, embarrassing or impotent. Avoiding getting to the point, getting off the point. Wandering off the point and wandering from the subject. Going off suddenly in another direction and going off topic, etc. Negative version. No te vayas por los cerros de Úbeda. Without beating about the bush. Stop beating about the bush. Make no bones about it. Get to the point. Stick to it. In Spanish, deja de marear la perdiz, no te salgas por la tangente, ve al grano o ciñete al tema, just to name a few. This is not hesitating to say something in a frank way. Something unpleasant, difficult, that might upset someone else or a secret. Not trying to hide your feelings, being very sure and definite about something, etc.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Hudson.
Dr. Watson, just look at you half soaked to the skin.
Yes, well, I'm not surprised. I have just spent 20 minutes standing in the pouring rain waiting for a cab.
You do that old wonderful...
Did you know how to say, me he puesto tupío, calado hasta los huesos? Is this Spain, March 2025? No, it's not. It's London, of course. In particular, one of the world's most famous addresses, 221B Baker Street, where Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson live. English don't talk about bones, but skin. So to be half soaked to the skin is the informal way of saying to be soaking wet. You can also find to be dripping wet and to be sopping wet. If you visit Úbeda in the province of Jaén, you may hear me he puesto tupío o chorreando o vengo empapado o achortalao. I find them really funny and aren't used, the parts in Spain. At least neither Google nor AI know them. Have you got other synonyms or equivalents? Finally, he says to start in the pouring rain, which is a heavy rain. You may also find driving rain, torrential rain, and drenching rain. All these mean lluvia torrencial.
Small world.
It's not how to say, el mundo es un pañuelo. To all fans, it's a small world. And you can also say, que pequeño es el mundo. Notice her American pronunciation. For a standard one, just forget letter A. For the vowel sound, mix Spanish letters E and O and make them longer. World or world. But don't worry, I'm explaining the sound in the long vowel sounds video.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
That's done it. 7 years of very love.
Are you a superstitious person? You don't wear it in your country when a mirror breaks? In Spain, some people do, and also in England. In Spanish, we say the same. 7 años de mala suerte. Finally, we can find 3 meanings for the second informal British expression. Number 1. Example. But damn it! Now the computer won't turn on. You won't find either translations for that on the internet. You can say, ya la hemos liado, pues ya está, pues mira que bien. Ironic, of course. You can include, madre mía, Dios mío, vaya por Dios, pues vaya hombre, se ha ensuciado el vestido y no me lo puedo poner, se ha quemado la comida y nos vamos a quedar sin comer. Second one, it's very easy because it's exactly the opposite. Se acabó, se ha terminado, ya hemos terminado, ya está hecho. Hemos terminado el puzzle, solucionado, acabado. C'est fini, also in Spanish. Example, that's done it. The computer is working now. Last one, example, done it. I'm calling the police. I can't stand the neighbors' loud music anymore. Notice the intonation is also different. You're angry, you're upset, something's bothering you. So, no puedo más, se acabó. Again, we are going to repeat the previous translations. No puedo más, se acabó lo que se daba. Ya está bien, pues ya hemos terminado. In Spanish you can even mix some of them. For example, pues se acabó. Hemos terminado, se acabó la broma. Remember, in this case, the informal pronunciation of the past participle in informal Spanish, terminado instead of terminado.
I begged him to let me in, but he wouldn't.
Steady, steady. Now take your time.
I couldn't sleep a wink last night. Then I started hearing things.
Hearing things? What sort of things?
I heard someone in the garden underneath my window. Then I...
Which you know how to say, no he pegado ojo en toda la noche. Example, I didn't sleep a wink all night. Not to sleep a wink is an informal way of saying a small amount of sleep, usually negative. To wink means guiñar, parpadear, so the idea is similar to Spanish. Next Spanish letters I and T. Wink. Wink. Listen, I'm going to explain you something in Spanish. I said something about that in the Small World video. Allí explicaba el sonido E o largo. Aquí nos encontramos el sonido I, E corto. Usually someone is translating me in class, but in this case I'm translating myself. La cosa es, ¿pasa algo si no hago exactamente el mismo sonido? Probablemente te van a entender normalmente por el contexto. Aunque es cierto que si mezclas continuamente los sonidos largos con los cortos, lo haces muy I o lo haces muy E, puedes estar pronunciando una palabra que no querías pronunciar. ¿Pasa algo? No. Como mínimo te echarás unas risas con tu interlocutor, no te van a meter en una cárcel tailandesa por no pronunciar bien los sonidos, pero en una entrevista de trabajo, en una reunión, si quieres dar una buena impresión, pues es una buena idea echarle un vistazo a esto. Sonidos que además sí que existen en español. Ahora mismo estoy hablando inglés-español, español-inglés. Porque, por ejemplo, esa N que vemos en este ejemplo con rabito de mono, existe en español, es la N de banco, que es una N nasal que se pronuncia más atrás y que aparece, es muy usual en inglés. En contraposición a la N de Navarra, que también existe en inglés y que es totalmente diferente. Y no solo eso, sino que cuando aprendas a diferenciar sonidos, no estamos hablando solamente de tu pronunciación, tu comprensión auditiva va a mejorar muchísimo. So, this is the result. We are going to have a long vowel sounds video, a short vowel sounds video, and a consonant sounds video. Also, couldn't sleep a wink, not to get a wink of sleep, and simply not a wink. Here you can see the difference between sleep and wink and simply. Thank you very much and have a wonderful afternoon and evening.
Three women murdered so far, and you haven't turned in one clue. You haven't given me one lead. Here you sit and wait for news of a fourth victim, with your arms folded.
Did you know how to say, ¿y te vas a quedar de brazos cruzados? Not you going to wait with your arms folded? Then to wait for something with your arms folded means esperar algo de brazos cruzados, without doing anything. Second example, he sat with his hands folded on the table. Fold something is doblar algo, but to fold your hands or your arms means to collapse or to cross.
Why the long face, Lacey?
Well, let's see.
Did you know how to say a qué vienen esas caras largas? Why the long face? What's with the long face? Or why do you have such a long face? ¿Qué te pasa con la cara que me trae? Oh well, this is a very free translation. Do you have a long face? To wear a long face? Do you have a face as long as a fiddle face, or a face like a fiddle? In this case, la cara como un violín, literal translation. You also find long face and fiddle face as adjectives. Tener la cara larga, which means... Ahora, como siempre os digo, id, coged vuestra libreta, pausad el vídeo, definiciones, sinónimos, remember, very important, for example, for B2 exam, B2 and on. You look very happy, serious, or sad. Now talking about facial expression, sad, disappointed, solemn, miserable, unhappy, gloomy, glum, disconsolate, or dismal. Facial expression on someone's face wasn't or torn face. A facial expression of sadness, disappointment, dissatisfaction, misery, or melancholy. Finally, to pull a long face or to draw a long face. Ponérsete la cara larga, no la tienes, sino que se te pone, que se te ha puesto, que se te va a poner, porque se te ha puesto esa cara. And second, final, and literal translation. You can also simply be describing someone saying they have a face longer than the usual. Tener la cara alargada en contraposición, por ejemplo, a tener la cara redondeada.
I can't believe you did this. Behind my back?
Larry was worried you weren't handling things.
So he sent you here to spy on me?
To help you. And I'm glad he did.
Did you know how to say, ¿lo has hecho a mis espaldas? This expression is also quite similar to ejecutar in Spanish. To do something behind someone's back means hacer algo a espaldas de alguien. To do things secretly, usually harmful. Also, to go behind someone's back or to act without someone's knowledge. What does it say actuar a espaldas de alguien? Ir por detrás. Is it the same in your area? That is also the American grammar. Past simple instead of present perfect. American English doesn't make a distinction between these two tenses. In Spain, you say, esta mañana he desayunado because it's a recent past. While in South America, they prefer to say, esta mañana desayuné, in the American style. But not only there, because in Galician, spoken in the northwest of Spain, they do the same, and for sure in more regions. In this case, no me puedo creer que hayas hecho esto, both as adjunctive in Spanish. Another possibility would be no me creo que lo hicieras, process adjunctive. All depend on the context.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm sorry I'm late. I didn't sleep very well.
You sleep very well. You snore like a pig.
Rubbish.
Did you know how to say, roncas como un camión? Snore like a pig, to snore like a banshee. Now you've got an expression you can practice at home in case you've got this problem. His answer, rubbish, is also one expression you can use every day. You'll find it in a different video. And what's your version? ¿Roncas como un oso? ¿Como un camión? ¿Como un cerdo? And what's a banshee?
They say if you hear a chilling wail in the dead of night, death is near. This is the cry of the banshee, a mysterious and eerie figure from Celtic mythology. But who or what is the banshee? Is she a cursed spirit, a warning, or something far more terrifying? In ancient Ireland, the banshee was believed to be a messenger from the spirit world. She didn't cause death, but her presence foretold it. The legend says when someone from a noble family was about to die, the banshee would appear, her hair wild, eyes red from weeping, and her cry, long, mournful and unearthly, would echo through the night.
Did you know how to say, donde fueres, haz lo que vieres? Pues eso, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But usually if you just say when in Rome, people is going to understand you are referring to this idiom. This is to follow the customs or to behave like the people there. In Spanish, donde fueres haz lo que vieres, or I don't know which expression to use in your area. Let me know what you say. In Spanish also you can suggest donde fueres, and people are going to understand what you mean. It was obligatory these days. The whole world is looking at Rome to talk about this idiom. Today at 7 we are having the first white or black smoke. We don't know, usually black the first day of conclave. Can you remember these terms? Here you are the link of the Vatican Glossary in case you want to have a look. Thank you, have a great evening.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm sorry I'm late. I didn't sleep very well.
Sleep very well, you snored like a pig.
Rubbish.
Did you know how to say, deja de decir chorras? Have a look at the previous related video. Can you remember the conversation? They say, que no has dormido bien, pero si roncabas como un condenado. And Watson's answer is bobadas, for example. Let's find some other options. I'm giving you 7 similar ways of expressing the same idea. Look, the first 4 are very similar in English. Talk nonsense, rubbish, garbage, or bollocks. No digas tonterías, disparates, sandeces, bobadas. Don't know what's your favorite version in Spanish? Estupideces, chorradas. Number 4, it's a bit stronger. Maybe you can say something similar to gilipolleces or something like that. It's a bit more rude. That is also... Tonterías is always singular in English. Finally, 5, 6, and 7. To chat. Number 6, it's a transitive verb. No me digas tonterías. No me fastidies. No me vengas con cuentos. Bullshit. Mentira. Eso es mentira. Remember we are talking about an informal register? You're talking with friends and you are smiling at the same time you say bullshit. It's not offensive. Y una mierda. Eso no es verdad. Number 7. Estar lleno de aire. Here you are going to have the related video. Estar lleno de sorpresas, ser una caja de sorpresas. In this case, estar lleno de aire caliente means no decir nada más que tonterías. No soltar nada más que tonterías por esa boca. Also, ser un fanfarrón, estar lleno de ínfulas. That's all for today, thank you. Let me know how to say that, how to express that in your language.
Classic.
That bloke never stopped. Music gives me the creeps.
Does it, Classic? I rather like it.
That's better. This room gives me the creeps.
It's very seldom used, monsieur. It isn't often that strangers come to Le Moulin Rouge.
Did you know how to say se me ponen los pelos como escarpias? La carne de gallina. There are 2 main reasons to get your skin raised into lamps. Positive or negative feelings. In general, erizar la piel, poner la piel de gallina. In English, that's very similar. Goose flesh or goose skin. They are talking about ganso. Bueno, hace buen caldo también. When we are talking about something positive, one feeling, one emotion, we change from skin and flesh to toes. And in Spanish, that's the same. Poner la piel de gallina. Nada de los dedos, ni de las manos, ni de los pies. Un sentimiento, una caricia, una sensación agradable. And finally, we can add for the negative version, the expression in the videos. That gave me the creeps. That made my flesh creep. Hibbe-chibes and the rest of synonyms. Flesh crawl, skin crawl, hair stand on end, hair stand up. One tip, creep and crawl are synonyms. It's reptar, trepar, arrastrarse. But we are studying these verbs with irregular verbs as creepy and regular verbs. Bueno, perífrasis verbales, they are everywhere. Of course, they are having their own videos. It creeps me out, it freaks me out. acojonar, me da cague, me da repelús, me da yuyu. I don't know which one you prefer in Spanish. Escalofríos, me pone los pelos de punta. This is the end. Enervar, atemorizar, asustar. To disgust, it's a false friend. This is not disgustar. Desagradar. Este nerv no es poner de los nervios, poner nervioso, exasperar a alguien, me pone negro. This is also a different video. Sacar de tus casillas, desquiciar, no, nothing to do. Thank you, that's all for today. Tell me how to say that. Did you know escarpias? You know what is escarpias in Spanish? In my area, it's very common to hear that.